Hello, hello. How's it going, Paingod?
Good. How you doing?
Good. We're having a little technical difficulty here,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah, I can't see you.
yeah, I couldn't get my camera working today. I don't know what happened. My camera just decided to take a vacation day today, so we're just gonna have Mr. Paingod here on screen, but we'll be here on voice.
Aren't you the audio visual guy?
I am, but drivers like to be drivers sometimes.
Be prepared, dude.
So other than that, what's going on World of Tanks this week, Paingod?
World of Tanks, tanks. We're still in our independent season, and that means what do we do?
Giving it away.
We're giving it away. So let's give away a Ultimate Season Pass.
Sounds good.
I know it's a different situation now. So
We have our giveaway link.
are we on YouTube today too?
We are on YouTube. We're on Twitch and YouTube.
Fantastic. All right. Also have the Happy Bastille Day, everybody. French people, congratulations on your revolution and your freedom. We have on track with all France tanks, 30% off all French premium tech tree tanks, and discount on tank bundles in the store. The latest contract is the Jammer. We have the Light Tank Mastery Challenge, where you can earn emblems, a medal, premium silver, and a top secret key card. So go play those light tanks. I recommend the Chaffee myself because that's one of my favorite tanks of all time. Um, we have the premium bonus that was suggested here on the live stream. So Tech Tree tanks in the Grilly Chieftain and what? How do you say that one? Tankz0rz? Restaurante.
Rinoceronte.
Okay. So all tanks in those lines, tier 5 and up, get an extra 50% and XP and 50% silver. And there's currently a trade-in event going live. You're supposed to say what's next.
Sorry, I'm trying to grab the giveaway link here. It's being elusive. But what is going to be next, Paingod?
Okay, coming up this week on Tuesday, very, very exciting. The AMVT Tier 8 US Medium Auto Reloader tank gets released, the first one of its line of that nation, I believe. It's 1,100 tanks. It's kind of hard to keep track, but I know a lot of people have been clamoring for it. I showed it in my background last week, and I hope you all enjoy it. I think it's a freaking awesome tank. Love playing it. Of course, it's a USA tank. That's what I always play. And we're having the tier 10 week. Tier 10 tanks earn double silver and 30% off all of tier 10 tanks, except for the Valor because of license reasons and all that stupid stuff. But on the tanks reforged, we reforged the T62A line, with the main focus being on the tier 8 vehicles. All the details are going to be in the notes because I don't want to read through 8 tanks. But yeah, go check them out. The T62A line. Premium tanks that were tank reforged. The Motherland, one of the most popular tanks ever in the history of the game. It's got one of the best owned of all premium tanks. Replaced the gun with a 100 millimeter LB1 with a new buffed 201 millimeter with penetration improvements along with turret armor improvements. The Guardian, I'm not going to read everything we changed. The Guardian, the Volk T44, the Loza Sherman, the Fighting Girlfriend, and sorry, my notes are weird. As a reminder, any gun removed in the reforge process will refund 100% of the silver when we replace it with a new gun, and any premium ammo that was included in it.
If I'm not mistaken, that's where it all started, right? Paingod, the Motherland, first premium tank, right?
The Motherland was the first earn up tank we ever did,
Yeah.
where people could earn it for free. That was the very first one. I don't know how many years ago.
It's been a while.
And to this day, it's like one of the most owned tanks and one of the most played tanks to this day.
It's good to hear.
You can pick a winner there?
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at who our winner is. Just give me 1 second. And our winner is Nuclear 2. Congratulations, Nuclear 2.
Congratulations.
You are the winner today for our Independent Season Pass giveaway.
So it's not, I failed to make a note. Oh, no, I did make this note. Honestly, somebody else did. But let's give out an AMVT.
All right.
Let's give 2 because I failed and went right past it.
For a chance to win your very own AMVT, 2 of you lucky winners will be here chosen randomly. So go ahead and fill out the giveaway link if you haven't already. If you have, you're all set up, and good luck.
So, I'm trying to think what is it called, Tankz0rz, when they put the commercials on for your information? Public service announcement.
That's the PSAs.
PSA, yeah. So when I say I have a ticket on something and I'm moving the ticket around or the ticket's assigned, that's our internal tickets, not the customer service tickets. So just so you know, not every ticket that goes to customer service ends up in my bucket.
Right.
If you contact Tankz0rz, if you contact, Max Chaos or Lady O or any of the number of people that are out there, then they make a ticket for it, or what you've shot at me in the stream. So when I say a ticket, it doesn't mean a customer service ticket. I mean it's our internal ticket. So I just want to make everybody clear about that because there was some confusion.
It's maybe World of Tanks for everyone else, but it's World of Tickets for us, Paingod, isn't it? Especially
It's a World of Jira, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, trademark name. Yeah, World of Tickets.
Tickets everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, time for the weekly shoutouts. This is where our friendly neighborhood server programmer looks up feats of people that feature recent tanks or recent events that we've been doing. We're looking at various stats like damage done, spotting damage, vehicles destroyed to find the top players this week. Okay, so the top of damage done, spotting damage, and vehicle destroys. It's a different format this week.
It's a different format.
Yeah. What Canada Day, Frostbite Grizzly, and Top Slaughter.
Yeah, Top Slaughter is the player here who was top of the category, I guess, with the Frostbite Grizzly.
And then Independence Day, Freedom, and Vasily 7414.
Mm-hmm.
I failed to mention everybody that I totally slaughter your gamer tags, that you'll get a free confidential key card. Also, Bastille Day, El Galate, and TMA Manzinga 2006. And again, Bastille Day, Liberté, and Nuskanaga.
Mm-hmm.
All of them had top stats and damage done, spotting damage, or vehicles destroyed. And in milestones, thank you and congratulations to Shep71 for 100,000 battles played this week.
That's a lot of battles.
That's a lot of battles.
So congratulations to everyone, and you all getting a confidential key card. And as always, you don't have to do anything. That should be credited to your account within next week.
Yep, just show up in your garage. Follow-ups from last week's stream. Again, we were asked about the Russian tanks, the double barrels. They're still coming. They're just moved later on, maybe end of year, maybe beginning of next year. Equipment vouchers. Players asking you if they can choose them, whether they want to use them or not, because if they go to buy equipment and they have the voucher, it uses the voucher before the option to pay for it. And so when you have 50% off sales, you don't want to use your voucher. We're still looking into that. Thermal vision and Cold War. There's an investigation ticket open for that. What did we do this week? We played with smoke grenades a lot, the airburst smoke grenades, the missile warning system. That still has a few bugs. I actually didn't make the playtest today because it's actually going on right now. But I think those things are coming along good and should be in the next season.
Was not having a good time yesterday in our play session. I kept getting rocked by our team here. I was like, oh no, I'm getting rusty.
You're getting rusty?
I'm getting rusty.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I can't actually see Tankz0rz this week, so it's kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, I kept trying to do some flanking maneuvers in our playtest yesterday, and Mr. Jukes kept finding me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jukes?
Yeah, Jukes was getting me. And I was like,
wow, he's usually not very good.
Yeah, he stepped up his game yesterday.
It's usually CZ testing that kills me.
Yeah, him too. Mr. Sweet Jukes is in chat, and he's making little eyeballs.
Yeah, I don't think Sweet Jukes has ever killed me. Maybe once or twice, but on to stream questions. Bloody War Llama says, "Are we getting new mercenary tanks? And if so, when?" Yes, and when, I have no idea. They're totally on the request list. I think I've said in the stream we're kind of tight on tank artists right now, so they're working their butts off really, really hard to make the regular release schedule. And as soon as I know a date, I'll tell you. The T-Bear 55, any chance some 3D commanders will come with key cards? Actually, a pretty good chance. That was asked, I think, a week or two ago, and we talked about doing that later in the season, or later in the year, basically, around Christmas. Nate Unix, any plans on Cold War side to add a M103 with a missile option? I don't know. Tanks with ATGM are based if they had them in real life, and there is a version of the M103 that did have missiles, so we can add that to our suggestion list. So thank you very much. Wow. Someone actually has the Tankz0rz. Someone actually has the gamer tag of Yabba Dabba Doo.
It's a good one, but oldie.
Yeah. From 0 to 100, what are the chances of having the Silver Week for Cold War? Well, we've been adding Cold War lines to the premium bonus that was suggested here. So of the tech trees that you can earn more, you 50% more silver and XP. But yeah, we can look at that too. But watch for those lines. Kitsune Sagyo. Any chance of having a string theory this month? I don't think there's one scheduled for this month, but probably next month. So tune in. A loaded psycho, who's another person I think gamer tag changes every single week, says, "Happy Friday. Can we also get the 60 TP reforged?" It's currently at like what 50.5% win rate, and a much higher average survival. So it seems to be doing pretty well. If you have a particular suggestion you send it in, and we'll look at it. Vishwa, could we please increase the priority of Spec HUD? We didn't get anything for last two releases. In fact, a new bug is introduced with every update. It's like going 2 steps forward and 1.7 steps back. It's very disheartening. Spec HUD, I'm assuming, means spectator HUD. Interestingly enough, a bug came up the other day. I think it was actually yesterday. That was like, well, we could switch the programmer over to this bug, or they can keep doing spectator changes. And I'm like, no, I promised spectator changes. We need to do that, and that'll be the focus. So you're going to get updates. I don't know if that exactly will address what you're looking for, but we are going to have spectator updates this next update. I'll follow it up from last week from Nate Unix. Any possibility to evaluate the CW FV107's economy and shell price? Doesn't make silver at same rate as other equivalent tanks of that tier. Yeah, we're looking at it. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, and stay tuned.
Iran Steel Battalion is asking, any chances for Iran tanks being added to Cold War and the flag as well?
I don't know. We can put that on a follow-up for next week.
Okay.
In my roadmap, Iran's not on there, but we can look it up. From Said Azul. Hello from Belgium. Hello.
Hello.
Is it planned to have Soviet tanks IS on Cold War, please? Quite possible. We're still filling out all the Cold War lines, and we'll put that on the list for things that we need to get to. There's tons to get to.
Tesh 1181's asking, Paingod, any details on the next tank reforged?
I don't know. Is there a hint on the next tank reforged, Leo?
We'll wait for a cool little hint that we get. I'm seeing a couple map questions coming up. Where's Mr. Bam to answer all these map questions?
Oh, we'll have him next week.
All right, there we go.
He is on a sabbatical today. From SWFC Ricardo, can you ask if an MOE percentage change from previous can be displayed in each match in the PBRS? That's actually a ticket, and it's on an engineer, so yes. Disbanded Death 1. Could we have an option to rent premium hero camos like standard camos? Yeah, I don't see why not. It's probably the same interface. That might be relatively easy to do. We'll look into it. Thank you for the suggestion.
Well, that'd be interesting.
Uh, XXX Girls XXX. What's the next map to be released? Hellfire Pass, which we've been playing in our design playtest every day, all week long, and it's been a ton of fun. That'll be followed by Cariella. Is that how you say that? Tankz0rz?
Kyrelia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Swamp. Bob Dabacha. When are you going to make me a charmed life perk so I can't be killed in battle? Probably never. I'm sorry,
Oh,
but
Bob.
that's kind of the rules of the game.
Gotta play fair, Bob. Yeah.
What was that?
I said Bob's got to play fair. He's trying to get an upper hand over here.
Well, you do like me. You hang back and you snipe. You flank all the way around the back and wait till everybody's fighting and shoot them in the rears of the tanks.
Yeah. Right in the weak spot.
Yeah.
Plum73 is asking, any plans to make more free XP events or like boost XP events in the near future?
We generally do the exchange increase sale basically once a month. So that'll keep coming along. And I think there's challenges coming up that will help boost your XP or even free XP.
Sounds good. Keep your eyes out for that, Mr. Plum73.
Zoran234 says, any update on adding dispersion values to the detailed stats page or Tankopedia? We're hoping to have that by the next season. If all goes well, that there's a ticket, it's assigned to somebody, they're working on it. And we're hoping it'll get in the next season. On Tankz0rz Reforged, I just got a note from Max Chaos that he's still working on what the next one's going to be, so we'll know next week.
Sounds good. Stay tuned for next week for hints on the next Tankz Reforged. We have a recurring question here. Hopefully we could have an update. Nina Tekken fans asking, any updates on the silver costs for tank module pricing for Cold War?
No, I'm sincerely sorry. There's not an update on that yet. Did we hear that?
So, thank God, you're getting spotted over and over again.
That's my ringtone.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that was spam, so I was ignoring it, but that's why I let it play, because that's literally my ringtone, because you cannot not hear that sound. Wherever your phone is in the house, that started going, you can hear it.
You'll be taking a little nap and it'll wake you right up. Who's looking at me? I'm spotted.
I'm sorry, who said I take naps?
I'm just saying, if someone else, has that ringtone, they'd be woken up right away.
It's mostly because I leave my work phone all over the place.
Yeah.
RevRod13 says, can we get a Cold War tank for free in an earn challenge? We've had some Cold War tanks in the seasons and that you can earn, through the seasons. And I'm sure we'll add them to regular, challenges in the near future. Brogue1, hello again. How about fragmentation cluster munition for Cold War? Perhaps it could be tested as a Halloween ability. This one feels like another person reading my emails.
Oh, well. Told you last week, Paingod, or the week before, we got to change that email password.
Yeah, I'll have to do that next week. So thanks, Brogwan, for the suggestion. Magic Cactus 911. This is another one I feel like the gamer tag changes frequently. Uh, is it just me, or do you see that too?
Uh, I could see where that's coming from.
Okay. When will the Merkava line be released? Let's go next week or the week after. Let me check Mr. Rovamp. In 8 days. How about that?
8 days.
8 days.
Well, mark your calendars because they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. I know people have been asking about them here recently.
Okay, this is another one. Bloody War Llama. I feel like we have a llama that talks to us every week, but it wasn't Bloody War Llama last time.
Yeah, different llama.
Can we get a camera mode in the game replay that shows where the player was looking? The player or the killer? I'm not entirely sure.
I'm a little confused here by that one.
Yeah, I'm a little confused here too. Sorry.
Maybe Mr. Llama could clarify, and we'll we'll
send in a
circle
little
back.
bit more details to us. Missing Phantom Xbox. Well, I hope your Xbox didn't go missing. He says, what's the deal with the Grim Reaper behind you? So cool. Get up and move out of the way. So if you guys all remember, we did a poll of what you'd like to see for commanders, especially Halloween, and Grim Reaper came up quite a few times. So that's him sitting in the commander menu.
Ooh, spooky.
Unfortunately, you won't get it until October. But we listened. We made it. He hasn't been animated yet. So I'm hoping he has a scythe sweep through the screen. Maybe take off a turd or something cool like that.
I heard you were requesting for some sweet animations there. I was like, yeah. I like it. I get behind that.
Yeah. It'd be great if he just took a turd off a tank.
Damn, right.
Dark Aries. Any news on the GUP tank or tanks making their way back into the game? No. Licensed stuff, I tell you guys all the time, guys and gals, that licensed stuff is really, really hard. And we're always negotiating. I hate having things that we created that we can't sell. I'm always working towards getting them available for you again. But I have no date or no information at the moment. JCR 23BV. Can you buff the jammer or Lord's tier? I don't know. It does pretty well. The penetration is kind of low, but it's got a really quick rate of fire. If you increased the penetration, we'd have to lower the rate of fire. I think it's really fun to play the way it is right now. So I think it's okay.
Let's see, All-Star NB's asking, can we have an alien commander? I think we were asked that a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
we have it. We have it in the wish list. That's for sure. I've already seen it.
Mr. Group is asking, heavy metal season, and then a bunch of question marks. Maybe he's looking for a cool season.
Are you reading my email too? Like seriously, what the heck? It's not like we're planning a battle of the bands for sometime early next year or anything like that.
Group says, yes, he's reading your email. Change the password.
I have, like every week. IT forces me to. And it's got to be like 12 characters and random things with like symbols and stuff. It's a pain in the butt. Aim for us. Because some tanks from Blitz tanks come to WoT console like Vickers Light, Ho-Rai, Type 3, Type 71, etc. We can put them on the list. Yeah, certainly. From Blitz, it's a little bit harder for us than from PC because PC is very similar in poly count and textures as we are, where Blitz is not because it's mobile. It's much smaller. And so most of the time, anything we take from Blitz, we'll have to rebuild from scratch. But we'll look into it. We'll put them on the list. Tom Bomb. That's a cool gamer tag. Any updates on incoming missile notification when your tank is targeted in Cold War? Yes, we've been testing it all week long. I missed the playtest this today because I'm in the stream. It had some bugs because it was alerting for everybody that had a missile fired at them, which was super, super, super annoying. But yeah, there's an audio alert and a visual alert with a little like red thing showing the missile coming at you, so you can try to dodge it. But we're still, working out all the details and the bugs and the quirks on it. I'm hoping it gets in for the next season, but I can't guarantee it right now because there's still things we have to fix. A Loaded Psycho asks, can we get a special tank at the end of the year if we complete all the seasons throughout the year like you did? Yeah, with the Object 279E back in the day. Like, that was a good one. Where if you did every objective throughout the entire year, at the end of the year, you got a special tank. And I think that was super, super cool. And I would love to do it again. And Lady O and I are actually talking about that right now for 2023 because we're, more than halfway through 2022. But thanks for asking. It's actually, again, it's one of those, are you reading my emails? Because we're actually talking about that right now.
Randy121 says, 16 years in the Army working with tanks. Love these streams.
What do you say? I'm sorry.
He has 16 years working in the Army with tanks, and he loves these streams. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you very much, Randy. I love doing these streams. I think one day there'll be like some way that we can all just like talk and see each other in person. Some kind of virtual reality stuff.
Like the good old days back at, what was it, our player gathering Cantini Park event? Those things are fun. We had a lot of player turnout.
Yeah, that was cool. I did one in Boston one time when they had that big snow.
Mm-hmm.
Like they when they're dumping it in the bay or the river or whatever it was, because they had nowhere to put the snow, and I had to fly there for, I think it was PAX East, and we had a player convention at like a little bar and tavern or whatever, and it was really, really cold, but it was so great to see everybody. People brought their kids and stuff like that. It was awesome. And I hope our times change at some point and then we can do that again.
Yep. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Well, the next question was about a heavy metal season. So I guess we're on the right track because 2 people asked today. I'll let publishing know. We should do that.
I like it. Who doesn't like it? I think it goes hand in hand with tanks, doesn't it? Thank God.
They're big, heavy metal machines, yes.
Right.
It's actually funny, the business dev person that is working on trying to get the licenses, because we have to get licenses for the band and all this stuff. And she keeps asking me, what about this band? What about this band? I'm like, no. No, this band. No, this band. No, never that band. So evidently I'm the wargaming heavy metal expert. Jelly9447. Would it be possible for certain tech tree tanks to have their XP cost lowered? The Batchat 25T AP takes 337,000 XP to unlock compared to the usual 200,000 because the XP costs from the upgrade levels stack. I think we already did that. The upgrade cost for the bat chat went from like 640,000 XP to we reduced it to 390. We did that on a whole bunch of tanks. So I don't know if you're looking at the current one or what you saw last time. But Jelly 9447, let us know. But we dropped it pretty much by half. Group dog drill. I would just say nobody knows what this question is, and I hope he's watching or he or she is watching the show right now. That would be my dream. And that's my answer to his question. XX NoFac 3. So probably no face. XX. Will season related garages come back? I don't know. Like, every time we change the garage, everybody gets upset. And I know the Wasteland garage was bad, and I agreed it was bad even when it happened, but it was what it was. When we did the remember Tankz0rz? Do you remember when we did the WWE garage?
Mm-hmm.
Like some people loved it, and some people hated it, and then they were like, "Give us the option to turn the garage on or off," and everything like that. So we've kind of been in this mode where just don't mess with the garage.
Right.
Just leave it as it is. And I actually liked all the themes and stuff like that. And I realized WWE was not like on brand for us. And I don't know, maybe we'll do it in the future. Like even the Hot Wheel garage, which I thought was like fantastic. The artists that worked on that just did a great job, but some people hated it. I'm like, well, maybe we just don't mess with the garage. So.
Just looking back at where it all started from, I feel like it's been an interesting road, seeing it progress from stage to stage to stage. So it's always just interesting seeing where we're going next, right? So I remember back in the day when we had our original garage, I was like, man, I wish it was like we had more stuff, and we had interactive like sounds or different foliage going on, and now we have some of that. And
it's probably time to change it up again.
Yeah, it's gone a long way.
In a positive way, everybody. Like putting in a wasteland again or in the middle of the desert. But yeah, probably time to give it a little update. Okay, where am I at my screen? Sorry, I lose my scroll. Disbanded Death 1. Hard case could use a buff. I know it's got a really good win rate right now because of its armor. It currently blocks the most damage at its tier with like 1,900 points of damage like per match, per game, right? So yeah, let us know specifically what kind of buff you want for it. But right now, it's a monster. Its job is to sit and take damage, and protect the team. Disbanded Death 1. Can we get another Sabaton collab with 3D Sabaton commanders and the Steel Commander skin for the Stirk Heavy? That may be somewhat related to the heavy metal stuff we were just talking to. So stand by. The Crusader 183 Crusader buff? Question mark. Yeah, it probably does. Its win rate is below 50%, about 47.8 or something like that. So it probably needs a little bit of love, and we'll put it in the list for rewards. So thank you very much for your suggestion. Pale Horse Tanks. That's an interesting gamer tag because way back in the day when I worked on MechAssault, someone had a very similar gamer tag, and I'm wondering if that might be the same person. However, he asked, with the missile alert, does it go off when a missile is fired or when the laser guided system targets them? So if I fire into the air, then drag down the sights down onto the target, will the system go off when fired or when the laser guided system targets them? The latter. So it's when it targets you. The bug we have right now is anybody that fires a missile anywhere sets off everybody's alarms, and that's what we're trying to fix, right? But yeah, it should only fire off once the missile is on you and coming at you, ideally. That's what I said. I hope it's going to be in the next season, but I can't guarantee it because we're still chasing down bugs on it. J.W. Dobbs. Can the Char Futur, whatever, 4 get a buff to the interclip reload? 4 seconds with food and reload skills is too long. I'm looking up stuff. Hold on a second. Probably not. I don't know. Should I share this information, Tankz0rz, or not?
Seems
It's the number one tier 9 medium at win rate right now at like 56%. Like everybody should be jumping and aping on the tank, right? So yeah, we're probably not going to buff it. Blue Wolf Gaming. 2 questions here, both for Paingod. When will we see the license for the WWE or Hot Wheels stuff again? And could I get a follow-up on the Tiger 3D Commander I mentioned a while back? WWE and Hot Wheels are both licensed things, and I don't have an answer. BizDev is working on those things. Like I said, I always want that stuff to come back, and so people can get it because people cycle through the game and they don't get a chance to get it. But I have like literally no control over that stuff. But we're always trying.
Ghost is asking if we have any plans to buff the MBT 70 penetration specifically.
I don't think so currently because it's a monster of a tank. Like I hate when I'm opposing it in game. One of our lead designers, Mr. Chuji, takes it all the time, and I hate facing him on that. So I don't think there's going to be any buff on that anytime soon.
Loki 1907 is asking, is it possible to make the amount of perks greater than 9 on your commanders?
I had that question last week, and when we changed the commanders, the whole system and everything like that, we buffed all the skills, so they were more meaningful rather than like 1% or 2%. And I think adding any more than 9 would probably be OP, but we can look into it and we can test it, but that's going to take a long time to figure it out. Weirdo with 2 eyes, or 3 eyes actually, says, can we start getting more maps back like Swamp? Swamp will be back this year in 2022. Funny call sign, but I'm not going to read it out loud. Can you give us the option to choose whether or not to use a booster after a match? PC has this option, and it seems like it would take away a lot of frustration from the feeling of wasting boosters on bad games. We certainly can look into it. I think we're pretty generous giving away boosters in operations in the season and stuff like that. So, I mean, I know the inventory that people have of how many boosters, and it's kind of insane, especially mine. I have to log into the game today. But yeah, we can look into it. Hi, Dave GM. Could we see the possibility to rent older premium vehicles for silver, like Commander mode, once allowed? Would be massively beneficial for players unsure on whether or not to buy or hold out for it. Yeah, we're in the nascent phase of rentals and trying to figure out how best that will work. And it's very near and dear to one of our developers' hearts. So stay tuned for that.
The infamous Melon is asking if we have any news to share about the Object 195.
The infamous Melon?
Mm-hmm, that's the player's name.
Wow. There's nothing I know to share right now. I'm sorry to say. That's one of those ones I'll follow up next week and let you guys know, okay?
Sounds great.
Another gamer tag, I'm not sure I'm going to say it correctly or if it's proper. So, what is the win rate on the 60 TP? Just over 50%, like 50.5%. And I think, hold on here. We have questions from the community, from the different social channels that help me, Tankz0rz.
With KB Prime.
TKane.
Or TKane, yeah.
TKane and
KB.
Yeah, they collect them for us every week. So from Reddit user Worried Amoeba 2, which is a regular questioner, why do we have the KV1 Shielded or Valiant left yet? They just haven't come on the schedule. I mean, we're cranking out tanks as fast as we possibly can. We've actually got requests like, hey, less tanks because we can't enjoy the tank that we're playing because there's another tank. But yeah, it's on the schedule. From Reddit user Jin Tanikas, any plans for Hebrew and Arabic commander voices to go along with the Israeli and Egyptian tanks? There wasn't any plans till you just asked that question, so yeah, maybe we can do it. We'll get a ticket in there and see what we can do. From Reddit user Soren34, in Roman numerals, can we get the British wheeled mediums on the Japanese TDs that were developed and slated to come out on PC but never did? They're in the list. I can tell you that for sure. From Reddit user Babo Shinu, could we get a T30 at tier 10, either premium or in the tech tree? It was originally the tier 10 American Heavy on PC. I think the tier 30 is in the tech tree is a TD right now. But we could make a premium version of it. Yeah, we'll put it in the list. Thanks for the suggestion. Just says community interest. We had the Paris matchmaking test a few weekends ago. How did this go? Are you looking to permanently implement it, or is there another test being planned? Yes. We are planning a test. I'm sorry, I just saw the dates in an email earlier today, but I don't want to switch all windows. I think like right at the end of this month. And the test went well. Our feedback on the survey and everything like that went really, really well. We found 2 bugs that our friendly neighborhood server programmer is working on and fixing. And we plan for another test this month. And we hope that we get everything straight and the way we want it to be and release it in the next season, because feedback on it was really, really good. Oh, and I'm told it's July 28th through August 1st will be the next test. Another community interest, apart from the clan leaderboard and in-game management, what other support are you looking for clans? For example, we've been able to work together to unlock new features and bonuses. Man, I can tell you guys that there's a lot of plans for clans. and it's just a bandwidth thing. It's moving. It's being developed. It's being worked on leaderboards first. Um, it's just going to take a while, but it's one of our highest priorities. So it's coming. Do you have that screenshot there, Mr. Tankz0rz?
Yep, ready to go.
So the next one is community interest, which means like 10,000 people have asked us, can we get a no commander warning? I'm happy to say the next season, yes, you're going to have one. Not a pop-up because we want to annoy people that don't have one and have to hit OK all the time. But we think this makes it obvious enough for players to understand they don't have a commander. Why don't you show that, Tankz0rz, and we can do a quick little Twitch poll if that's good enough.
Yeah, definitely. If you think this works, you like it, go ahead and type in 1. If you think it doesn't work and we gotta scrap it all and you hate it, press 2. But me personally, I think it's eye grabbing enough, right? Where it's like, hey, my commander, just toss one in and get rid of the little red guy.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Like I saw it, I'm like, yeah, too subtle.
Yeah.
And then I sent the screenshot to a bunch of people that in the studio that actually play the game. One of them who asked for this feature like 100 times, just like everybody else. And he's like, yeah, perfect, great. I'm like, okay.
I see an overwhelming amount of people agreeing that this looks like a feasible answer. There was one person here that said that he would like to see it bigger. So maybe it's a tad bit bigger, but we're on the right direction. So that's good to
Thank
hear.
you for the feedback. I'm really glad I could share that with you as well, because I know it's been a long time coming and a long time request. And glad we're able to do that. I saw it in my build yesterday on the first time on the work from home build. So
Red man bad. Give me my commander. That's what someone's saying.
hey, I'm red. What are you talking about? Okay, I saw him bad too. Whatever.
Yeah.
A couple more came in from the stream. Was that the last community one? Yeah. A couple more came in from the stream. Could we get the 155 millimeter cannon on the T57 heavy, or add the T58 heavy, which is the T57 with the 155 millimeter cannon? I think you're going to see a T58 in somewhere in the future. And I totally agree with you. One of my favorite tanks. What about an option like PC version of having 2 options of equipment and choosing the best one before the match starts? That requires a equipment depot that we don't currently have. That somebody, he's typing to me right now, and somebody is working on doing that under the hood to give a depot so you could actually do that. I have no idea if that will ever make it to the live game or what, but I can tell you that somebody in the team that's a programmer is very passionate about it and has demonstrated a way that we can move forward with it. Missing Phantom Xbox. Any chance we're going to get optional ammo types for artillery like smoke? That's funny. There's another email, like read my email thing. Like we've just been talking about that a little while ago. So stay tuned. The commander warning. Someone yells amen. I think Tactical Potato 87, which I think changes every week. And Just a Cone said, yeah, all good. And Snoop Laser Snake. I think that's another one that changes every week. What do you think there, Tankz0rz?
I don't think I've ever seen that name before, but
there's always a laser snake somewhere. Which, like in real life, would be bad.
Yeah.
He says, thank you. Billy Yellis says, that's ideal. Rogue One says, does this mean we can see our 2D commanders there now? Man, Rogue One, I've asked for that forever, and it's just a bandwidth thing. Hopefully, probably not this next upcoming season. That's only a few weeks away, but maybe the next one. Doing what I can because I want people to see the 2D commanders too, because some of them are like super awesome, cool. The monsters, Tankz0rz, stuff like that. So, trying, working on it. If I could code, you'd have way more stuff that you ask for than you currently do. And then someone just typed to me, all caps, yes, God, please, depot. So I guess they're supporting of the equipment depot. Got anything else there, Tankz0rz? I think that's the end run of my questions.
Yeah, we have a giveaway still, so we go ahead and call out these winners here. And that was for 2 AMBTs. And our first winner is...
I think you misheard 2 for 10. It is giving it all away, Hector. What? I mean, Tankz0rz, sorry.
How many are we giving away here?
10.
10.
10. It's giving it all away.
Giving it all right. Well, we got 2 so far, so let's keep choosing winners here.
10 list.
Let me go back real quick and we'll choose some more. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and grab that new list of winners. Our first winner here is Chief Wombat. Congratulations.
Chief Wombat?
Chief Wombat. Our next winner is Uzumaki. Congratulations. Our next winner is Drucha. Followed by MGM Whiplash. Next winner is Colonel Dingus. Followed by Disbanded Death. Followed by Magic Cactus 911.
Magic Cactus. Long-time viewer and commenter. Or questioner.
That's another one that we see often. And then here's our next winner is Mojo the Monkey.
I'm so going to get fired for this.
Next winner is Lee Dozer. And our final lucky winner of the day is Fluffy Colt 12271. Congratulations.
That's another one I feel changes every week.
We got the Fluffy Colt changing. Yeah. We got laser snakes, Fluffy Colts. Oh. Congratulations.
I'm surprised he didn't change it like midstream so you could possibly get 2 prizes, but I didn't tell everybody I was going to give away 10 tanks.
Nah.
So. You got my back if I get in trouble, right there, Tankz0rz?
We ride together, Paingod.
Tankz0rz will be like, I knew nothing about it. He did not prepare me. I had no idea.
No, it's all good. It's part of the segment, and our players definitely do appreciate it. So
I actually feel like we haven't been giving enough away and giving it all away lately.
Yeah, that's why we had to we took a little break.
That's why I was like 2, and then when you went to do it, I'm like 2, 10. Come on, just whatever.
Yeah.
Plus, it's summer and it's warm, and that's why I'm always in a good mood when it's warm outside. Come winter, you guys will get nothing.
So we got to get out of the way early. Got it. I like it.
All right, Tankz0rz. Well, you have a great weekend. Everybody
Likewise.
out there in Tankland, we'll see you on the battlefield. I know I'm going to be playing my Chaffee this weekend and trying not to, pump new people or anything like that. But I feel like a light tank weekend. Like a need for speed.
All right, everyone. Have a great and fantastic weekend. And for those of you on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We're going to go ahead and raid Mr. Army Man. or Army Guy, sorry, E8.
Oh, tell him I said hello. I love his stuff.
Yeah, and tell him Paingod and Tankz0rz said hello. Until next week, have a great one, and see you on the battlefield. Bye bye.